Hello and welcome to the Week 2 edition of the Noah and Korban Suck Even More Than Usual Fantasy Football League. Week 2 was a good week. I was able to pull out a win. There was a ton of injuries. That was the biggest, thing that happened this week. We have Adrian Peterson out, AJ Green with the injury. We have Marshawn Lynch with an injured back. He only got 6 carries. Jamal Charles wasn't able to perform like his usual self. Just all across the board, tons of injuries impacting a lot of different teams, but mostly Noah. So diving into the games this week, first up we have Sam's Not a Ram at I touchdown there, me versus Timmy. The closest game of the week, final score was 88-87. I made the blunder of benching Phillip Rivers. I figure Phillip Rivers is a mediocre quarterback going against the Seattle defense. He won't score that much. I'll start Jake Locker against Dallas. No, Phillip Rivers goes off for 24 points, and it almost cost me the week. But fortunately, I was able to win based on Jordy Nelson and Jimmy Graham combining for 49 points. Timmy put up good points behind Darren Sproles and the Bills' defense, and I would say Darren Sproles has probably been the biggest surprise this year, seeing as he's backing up LaShawn McCoy, but he's been able to put up really good numbers of limited touches, which is really surprising, so a great pickup for Timmy, kind of holding his team together right now. Up next, we have the champ at Money Manziel. Tyler scored 80 points, but was still lost to Connor, with scoring 94 points. The champ falls to 0-2, and he got really miserable production pretty much everywhere except for Rodgers and McCoy and the Cardinals' D, but he just doesn't quite have the depth to really repeat yet. We'll see if his guys can turn around. He had a bunch of bench points with Zach Stacy scoring 11, Watkins 17, and Matt Asiata 13, but you wouldn't have known to start them. So we'll see if Tyler can turn around his season. He's already in an 0-2 hole. Connor, meanwhile, looking really good, starting off strong just like he did last year. But just like last year, I'm sure he'll taper off because he has some glaring problem with his team, which in this case is his running backs, because he drafted Doug, who I hated Doug, and he has 0 points on the year. So he's starting Spiller and McFadden. It worked out well this year, but we'll see if he can continue doing that. And once again, trying to ride Peyton Manning and the receivers to victory. Up next, we have the Lynch Mob at Fun, Fair, Positive Fantasy. Ben Levison versus Michael Perez. Michael was able to squeak out a 3-point win, 84-81. He got 40 points from Foster and Morris, scoring 20 apiece, and it was just enough to get by Ben. Both of them had pretty solid performances, but didn't have any studs on Ben's side, and that made the difference. Up next, we have Kill Yourself Ray Rice at Gotta Catch Jamal. And this one was Cody against Korban, so you know exactly how that one turned out. Cody, of course, was able to get the win for, I believe, the 3rd or 4th straight game against Korban. Korban scored the fewest points this week. It was 62. And thus, I changed the league name, you may have heard, at the beginning of the video, from Noah and Korban Sucks Balls to Noah and Korban Suck Even More Than Usual, because they actually managed to suck worse than usual this week, with the two of them being the 2 lowest scorers in the league by a long shot. Even the Seahawks D didn't work out for Korban, as they scored -1 points, and he benched Brandon Marshall. That's all it takes. Up next, we have Le'Veon Prayer at She Wants the Cox. Britton Carter is one of 2 2-0 teams, him and Connor. Noah falls to 1-1 after scoring only 68 points, with 76 points on his bench. Britton just went off this week, really beat him down. 20 points from DeMarco, 22 from Bernard, and 27 from the Pats D, with good scoring from all his other roles as well. Noah had Jay Cutler with 25 on the bench, Julian Edelman with 14 on the bench, and Antonio Gates with 27. But don't count Noah's team out yet because injuries. He has AJ Green and Adrian Peterson, which truthfully, I don't think Adrian Peterson's going to be back for a while. But AJ Green's going to come back, and Noah should have a decent team. So that wraps up the games for this week. And so, guys, I don't know. I've kind of lost my creative spirit with these videos. I used to always have special guests and fun little segments, and I'd bring out the trophy, and I'd wear my underwear and stuff. I'm kind of running out of ideas. I've been doing this for a while. I need that spark, guys. So here's what I ask of you, the league. Think of something for me to do in this video. Come up with some suggestions. Post them in the chat. If it's good, I'll do it. I promise. And I might even give you credit, or I'll act like I came up with it. So thanks for watching. Korban, you suck at fantasy football. That's the video.